What is up YouTube and welcome to this DCEU video. A few weeks ago I discussed the Robin suit seen in Batman vs Superman and just who that Robin was actually supposed to be and why Geoff Johns broke the Snyderverse timeline heavily. However, Snyder has revealed something else about his own Justice League Snyder cut that had me completely curious. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing with notifications on so you never ever miss a video. And if you like the video, please do consider leaving a thumbs up as well, as it does help us out massively there because engagement helps and a lot of people are not getting their notifications. Now, as I said in my video, which I'll link down below, I discussed how it's confirmed that Dick Grayson was the Robin whose suit was displayed in a grim reminder for Bruce in his Batcave. Yeah, I'm not really sure why you would have that in your there, because it would just remind you every day that your best friend and ward was savagely beaten. We know that the Joker killed Dick Grayson, but it's very weird they would choose a different person for this iconic murder. Now, of course, in the Death in the Family storyline, Jason Todd was the one who was killed, and then he came back later around about 2005, I think it was off the top of my head, as the Red Hood. Yeah, I actually have that first appearance there issue as well. I just need to actually, get that properly bagged and boarded. Now, in Suicide Squad, it was revealed that Harley Quinn was actually the accomplice to the murder of Robin. Now, this messed up the timeline massively, as the murder was supposed to take place before the Clown Prince met his Queen of Gotham. The murder was also the reason why he was actually put into Arkham to begin with, because he murdered him and then Batman caught him and chucked him there in Arkham Asylum. There was even a deleted scene in Suicide Squad where Batman actually says that the Joker took something from him. Obviously, that something is Robin, your boy Dick Grayson, Nightwing. Yeah, none of that would have happened. Now, an Aya cut is quite clearly on the cards, and it would be very easy to actually just take this wording blaming her for the murder out. It literally said wanted for the accomplice of the murder of Robin, and it just feels weird. Geoff Johns literally added that at the last minute, and poor old David Ayer there had to go and watch that whole thing happen. Now, Snyder himself has actually provided some more information on Vero about where his original version was actually going to go. When asked if there were any further plans to further the backstory of Dick Grayson, he mentions there was supposed to be just a hint there in the Justice League. Of course, this is a majorly traumatic experience for Bruce Wayne, and it's odd that it hasn't been mentioned by Bruce whatsoever. He literally looks at the Robin suit and that's that. It's just bizarre. Even in talk between himself and, of course, Alfred, it doesn't happen. We know that the Snyder Cut will be 4 hours long, so it might actually even be a mini-series, to be honest, and we could actually see this hinted at in the Snyder Cut. Now, a background to the life of the DCEU Batman would be highly, highly welcome, as we have seen nearly all of the League's origin stories. Some of them even obviously had their own movies. We had, of course, Wonder Woman. We're getting the Wonder Woman sequel. Aquaman, and also Aquaman 2 is coming as well. We saw Cyborg's backstory because he was actually integral to the whole Mother Box thing. The Flash, we heard a bit about him, but he, like our Batman, hasn't seen too much of his origin there. We didn't even see him kind of get struck by the lightning and things like that. And we also don't really know a lot about your boy Batman either. It's just very, very weird that we didn't get to see much of him. We saw the crime alley in Batman vs Superman, but we didn't really see much of him as a younger vigilante. Obviously, in the movie in Justice League, Superman would actually be dead, so it would be natural for Bruce to bring this up when putting together the League with Diana, especially if they are actually going to get people like Cyborg and the Flash, who are much younger. Obviously, Bruce would have some sort of reservations there if his time as Batman actually led to a youngster being killed. Now, considering the casting of a Dick Grayson would be earth-shattering news, considering he, especially as Nightwing, is a total fan favourite. Quite what this hint could be is, well, we don't actually know. At least we don't know the scale of it. Would it be simply in a conversation with Diana when they're kind of putting together the League, or would it be a full flashback completely? Considering the Snyder Cut, like I said, is 4 hours and a lot of work is happening to get that made and stuff added, maybe it will be a flashback. Now, hopefully the death in a family isn't pretty much just relegated to off screen and kind of just spoken about. It'd be a real shame if such a pivotal moment is not given the attention and care that it actually deserves. The Boy Wonder, or at least the death of the Boy Wonder, is a big moment, especially if it's Dick Grayson, because he is the first Robin. That hits home even more. This should be great for the DCEU, as what makes the MCU great is because it was all connected. If you remember when the MCU started, it really was kind of new and exciting that you would see people pop up in different movies. Nick Fury would pop up in different things. We'd see Tony Stark pop up in Incredible Hulk. It was so much fun, and I was just so excited to see each movie because they all connected. Now, where could this actually go next? Well, Zack also confirmed on Vero that Dick was not going to return. Robin was supposed to stay dead until Carrie Kelley. She is, of course, the Robin who was in the source material for Batman vs Superman. She was in The Dark Knight Returns. Now, after the death of Jason Todd, 10 years before the book, well, Batman actually returns. He tries to stop a new group of people called the Mutants and actually saves Carrie. Those mutants were actually, funny enough, adapted in the Gotham TV show, which is really good, actually. I really enjoyed it. Kelly then buys a costume and then becomes the new Robin. With this in mind, it'd be really interesting to see if we did actually get to have Carrie Kelley in the movie. Like I said, 4 hours, there's a lot you could actually introduce. Now, obviously, there is kind of at the end a sort of a real optimism, and Batman is a lot more optimistic in the Justice League than he was in Batman vs Superman. So I'm not sure when they would introduce her, but she will possibly actually be in the Justice League as well. I expect maybe at least a mention of Dick Grayson, and we will get a look at the new Robin towards the end of the movie. This all fully makes sense if the Snyderverse is supposed to be a mashup of New 52 Justice League and the Dark Knight Returns trilogy. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you want to see Carrie Kelley? Do you want to see Dick Grayson, at least a flashback of him being killed there by the Joker in the Snyder Cut? And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below, and please do subscribe with notifications on so you never ever miss a video. We have some interesting stuff coming up. We have got a Snowpiercer video. We also might be doing a You Should Have Left video as well, the new Kevin Bacon movie. Let me know if you actually want that, because the last breakdown I did on Curon absolutely flopped. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys actually want on this channel. But that's it. I'll see you soon, and goodbye.